Hey, this is DK, and you're listening to the DKSpeaks Podcast, where we discuss actionable and implementable tips and tricks to run a successful online business. After you listen to this episode, head over to DKSpeaks.com for all the show notes and resources to help build your business. Hello, and welcome to episode 13 of the DK Speaks Podcast. And in today's episode, we're going to discuss about solo ads, how to generate traffic with solo ads, and what is the key to success with solo ads. Now, solo ads is one of the best forms of driving traffic to your websites, to your blogs, and to your offers. While there is a lot of debate on whether solo ads is a good source of traffic, it is important that you understand that solo ads is a guaranteed form of traffic, just like any other paid traffic source. Now, there are a lot of advertising options like PPC, like banner ads, which can help you drive traffic to your offers and to your websites. The same set of risk that you run with running any of these ads is what you will run with solo ads. But the only difference is that with solo ads, it is easier to build a list. While you have no guarantee as to what will be the clicks that you will get with for a set amount that you will be spending on most of these ads, till the time you don't go about refining it, analyzing it, and setting it up the right way, solo ads stand to be a traffic source that is guaranteed to get you traffic and to get you clicks and to get you opt-ins. I had sold solo ads a lot until about a year and a half back, after which I decided that I will only be promoting offers and not be selling solo ads to my list. But during that 1 year as a solo ad seller, I witnessed a lot of scams, a lot of people who were scamming people by taking the money and not sending them traffic. I also saw a lot of people sending junk traffic for amount that you pay. But in all of this, something that you need to keep in mind is that if you do your due diligence, do the analysis that is required, evaluate each of these solo sellers, go by the reviews that people post on most of these forums and Facebook groups, then you cannot go wrong. Buy from people who have credibility in the solo ad market. Buy from people who have sold good quality solo ads, and you will not get scammed, you will not get crappy traffic for the amount that you spend. And considering the fact that you can get a 100-click solo ad for just about $40 or it is probably one of the cheapest form of traffic that you can generate instantly to any of your offers. There are a lot of people who will sell solo ads for about $30 per 100 clicks or $35 per 100 clicks. I'm not saying that these are not quality clicks, but you need to spend your time to go and evaluate what is the quality of clicks that these people send you. So spend some time evaluating the sellers, reading through the reviews, and doing your due diligence, and I'm sure you will get a lot of good quality solo sellers who can send instant traffic to your offers and to your squeeze pages. Okay, so with solo ads, how to go about getting people to click on your ads and how to go about building your opt-in list using solo ads. So in this episode, we're going to discuss about a few simple little tricks that you need to keep in mind in order to get the best out of each solo ad buys that you do in order to drive traffic. So what we're going to discuss about first is how to go about buying solo ads and ensuring that you get the best return on investment or ROI. Okay, so the first prerequisite for an offer to be run through a solo ad is that you need a high converting or a good quality squeeze page. Now, with a squeeze page, you know that you will have to put forward an offer where people will have to enter their email address to get this freebie or get this free offer. So it is important that the freebie that you are going to give in return for somebody adding their email list or email to your opt-in box or entering their email into your opt-in box has to be good quality, because that offer needs to entice your visitor to drop their email into this squeeze page opt-in box. How do you build such a product? It is pretty easy, because if you're not a product creator, there are a lot of good quality PLR products that have a lot of good information in them. And most of these products usually sell for about $37 to $39 and if you're able to get hold of one such PLR offer, then redo the entire thing. Maybe if you're buying a good quality PLR ebook, what you can do is convert that PLR ebook into a set of maybe 5 or 6 odd videos and whatever are the strategies that are being discussed in the PLR ebook, convert that into video, do a walkthrough video, show how it is done, and you can create maybe about 6 to 7 hour videos, make it a set, and offer that as a freebie to the people who opt into your squeeze page. So the best method is to go and get a good quality PLR product and then convert it into a different form. Maybe if it's an ebook, into a video. If it's a video, maybe convert it into an ebook. Or you can do any of these different form of media, and then you can offer that as a freebie for people opting into your squeeze page. So that is on the product that you get. While you're building a good quality product, it is also important that you build a good quality squeeze page. Now, the design of the squeeze page matters a lot, but at the same time, keep in mind that you need not put a lot of text or information on your squeeze pages, because that is not required. Now, keep this in mind. When you buy a solo ad, this is basically the steps that you follow when you buy a solo ad. After you've bought a solo ad, what you're essentially doing is you're asking the solo seller to send out an email to his list promoting the freebie that you're going to offer your to the visitors who are coming to the squeeze page. So keep in mind that you give the email to the solo seller. In fact, you write the email that you want the solo seller to be sending out for your solo ad, because in that way what you can do is you can write an email that actually talks to your squeeze page. Don't let the solo sellers write an email of their own and send it to the list, because they'll just be sending a generic email to their list, and the amount of clicks that those emails will generate might essentially not convert into opt-ins for you, which means your opt-in rate will be extremely low, somewhere around about 30 to 35 odd percent. But if you want to improve the opt-in rate above 35 odd percent, then the best way to do it is write your email yourself. And keep in mind that when you're writing your email, write a very short email, because people are bugged with a lot of emails that they get. They don't have time to read through long emails and then go ahead and click on a link that is there in the email. Basically, what people do is when they receive an email, they open it, they read the first four to five odd lines, and if it is not enticing enough to keep them glued to the email and make them read the rest of the emails, then they might just click off and then close the email and then move forward. So it is better that you write your email and ensure that you're writing a small, short email, an email which doesn't have more than about 4 to 5 odd lines. And when you do that, keep in mind that your email body needs to talk to the subject line that you're using for your email. So the best way to go about doing it, and this is what I've found which gets me good conversion, what you can do is just use a very simple subject line. Maybe use a simple subject line asking them a question about a problem that you know. Like, for example, just ask a question saying, worried about traffic, with a question mark. And then the email body can talk about how your offer is going to help them with solving their traffic problems in maybe about 2 to 3 odd lines. In those 2 to 3 odd lines, add the link that you want them to click on. So what will happen is, because the email is short and the email body is actually in continuation to the subject that you've written, the possibility of people clicking on emails increases. So that way you will get better click-through rates. Now, while click-through rate is not that important when you're buying a solo ad, because you're buying a solo ad for an X number of clicks, which means that the seller is bound to deliver you an X number of clicks. So if he's promised 100 clicks, he will deliver you a minimum of 100 clicks. So the click-through rate is not too important for you, but then when you get those clicks, when people click on those links and come to your squeeze page, you want the most number of people to opt into your squeeze page. So the second part that you need to do is keep your opt-in page or keep your squeeze page extremely simple. Use a good, nice little background that talks to the offer. Use a very simple squeeze page. If possible, use a double opt-in squeeze page where there will be a button. You've seen those squeeze pages where there will be a button and people click on those buttons, and then there is a pop-up that opens where they need to enter their email address. So if possible, use a double opt-in squeeze page. But use a very simple one. Don't use a complicated one, which once again talks about the entire offer. There are bullet points. There is a lot of text. Don't use any of those squeeze pages. Keep it simple. A very simple and easily readable squeeze page should do well. In that squeeze page, what you need to do is you need to relate the squeeze page to the offer, to the email that you've sent to the list. So if you're talking about something, maybe a traffic problem in your email, then your squeeze page has to talk to it. So ensure that the first line or the headline for the squeeze page talks about that traffic problem and a line about how that freebie is going to solve the traffic problem that people are facing. That way, what will happen is your conversion rates improves a lot. So once you've set up your squeeze pages, it is here that your actual strategy starts. Because if your objective is only to get opt-ins, what will happen is you will buy 100 clicks, maybe spend about $40 or dollars. There will be 100 people who will visit your page. About 40 might enter their email address onto your squeeze page. The rest 60 will just go off, which means that you only get 40 subscribers for the $40 that you've spent. But the objective of buying solo ads is not that. The objective of buying solo ads is that you want to recoup the money that you've spent in buying solo ads and at the same time also build a list with the traffic that is being generated using the solo ads. And in order for that to happen, there are a couple of things that you need to keep in mind. One, once you've set up the squeeze page, ensure that you're also adding an exit pop-up on your squeeze page. Because whenever somebody clicks out of the squeeze page and wants to move forward, present them with a second offer so that people don't just go without giving you their email address. Now, I've seen that while the first squeeze page will give you close to about 30 to 35% opt-in rates, if you have an exit pop-up on your squeeze page, what will happen is the exit pop-up will generate close to about 10 to 15% of signups, which will mean that you will get close to about 45 to 50% opt-ins if you're using a good exit pop-up. But at the same time, keep in mind that you shouldn't overdo it. So just add one exit pop-up offer for people who are clicking away from your squeeze page. That is the first thing. Now, second thing that you need to keep in mind is that you need to build a good high converting funnel for your squeeze page. So what is a funnel? A funnel can comprise of a lot of offers. The first one will be a free offer that you're giving your visitors, where they opt in by entering their email address. Once they've entered their email address, they are taken to a second offer, which is basically a low priced offer. Now, this is a low ticket item, which means that you can present an offer for about $9 or $7. What essentially you're trying to do is, from the visitors who opted into your squeeze page, you want to filter out the ones who might be your prospective buyers, because you don't want only freebie seekers on your list. You want to filter out the buyers from the freebie seekers. So what you're doing with this first paid offer that you are showing them is that you're going to filter out some of these visitors who entered their email address into the squeeze page, and you're going to find who are the initial first buyers out of these list that you've just built. Now, because it's a low ticket item, the possibility of people buying that is more. So that is basically why you offer a low ticket item. Now, there are two aspects to it. If people buy that offer, then you can take them to a second offer, which means a slightly higher priced offer. Like, for example, if you're offering a $9.99 product as your first front end offer, then the second offer should be somewhere around maybe a $29.99. But if people who are not buying the $9.99 offer, what you can do is you can show them a downsell for the same product which you're offering them at about $4.99. So that way you'll still be able to get a few buyers. So this is how basically the funnel works. What happens in a funnel is you filter each of the person who's opted into your squeeze page through a funnel to identify people who are buying, who have capacity to buy at different levels, and put them into different segments so that you can promote the right offer to each of these subscribers on your list. So if you have the right funnel in place, I can guarantee you that you will recoup the amount that you've spent on buying the solo ads immediately. So what I recommend is, if you've maybe added a squeeze page with a traffic offer, maybe it's about a couple of videos that shows them how to generate traffic for free. You might want to add the first paid offer which is related to traffic. Maybe you might want to add a traffic course which teaches them how to go about generating traffic in maybe about less than 30 days to their websites or their blogs. Once that is done, the second offer could be an advanced training course where you're teaching them some advanced techniques, including paid techniques, to go about generating traffic to their offers. So build your funnel in such a way that each of the subsequent product talks to the first product, and it is an advanced course in comparison to, or it is an advanced course, advanced form of course to the previous offer. So that way what will happen is, because there is a continuity in the offer that you're going to present to your visitors, the likelihood of people buying those offers increases. And that is probably the best way to set up your funnel. So if you are not well versed with creating videos or writing ebooks or creating products of your own, then I would recommend that you can still get hold of a lot of good quality PLR products, and you can find a few of the sources of good quality PLR products in the show notes at DKSpeaks.com. Go ahead, you can buy some of these products, redo it a little, spend maybe about $5 at one of the Fiverr sellers, and they will redo the sales page or redo the design of the product box, the ebook, and all of those. Create a completely new product and use that in the funnel for your solo ads. So that is basically how you set up a funnel. Now, if you have a good high converting funnel, what will happen is the amount that you're spending on buying solo ads, you'll be able to make that money back pretty quick. Which means that if you've spent $40 on 100 clicks, and just do the maths, because this is how this is the statistics that I have observed in my 1 year of being a solo ad seller and a solo ad buyer. So basically what you do is you're spending $40 to buy 100 clicks. Now in that 100 clicks, assume that about 40 converts, which means that you get about 40 subscribers. Of these 40, they go through the funnels, the different steps in the funnel, and you find that there are about 3 people who buy the front end offer, which is about $9.99, and one of them buys the second offer, which is about $29.99. You've pretty much recouped your investment and maybe made a couple of dollars as profit as well. So ensure that you're creating a good quality funnel. Spend some time doing it. Don't hurry into creating your funnel. Spend some time creating the funnel. Check through it to ensure that everything is working fine. And once everything is working fine, go ahead, buy a 50-click sample solo to check how the funnel converts. So if you're able to see that the funnel is converting well and is doing well, then you can go ahead and scale up and maybe buy maybe 200 clicks or 300 clicks or maybe 500 clicks and run through the funnel once again to see how it converts. But while you're doing it, ensure that you're evaluating each steps in the funnel, evaluating your statistics and refining it so that you're able to get the best return on investment on the amount that you're spending on buying solo ads. Now, solo ads can be an extremely good source of traffic. Like what I said, I prefer buying a lot of solo ads because solo ads generate a lot of instant traffic and can get you a lot of money instantly by simply running it through a lot of affiliate offers. And if you have a good email autoresponder sequence, then the money that you generate, it keeps coming in all throughout your email autoresponder sequence, and even when you send them some of these good broadcasts. So there is a doubt in a lot of people who say that solo ads are basically freebie seekers and they don't actually buy products. But that's again a myth, because solo ad sellers, once again, it's a list that a lot of people have, and these lists have a lot of buyers in them as well. So when you're going to buy solo ads, there are a few questions that you might want to ask your solo seller. So one of that is, do you send the emails to your buyers list as well? So if the answer is yes, then you can expect a lot of buyers on their list. And not just these buyers, but the freebie seekers also at times convert really well. And I have found that the list that I've built with solo ads converts extremely well. But then keep in mind that there are some of these basic questions that you need to ask these solo sellers in order to ensure that you're getting the best clicks. So like what I said, you can note down these questions. So what you might want to ask your solo ad sellers, the first one is, what is the percentage of tier 1 subscribers in their list? Tier 1 means these are the subscribers who belong to the tier 1 countries like USA, UK, Australia. So you might want to ask them what is the percentage of tier 1 subscribers on their list. So if it is about 70 to 75%, then it's a good solo ad seller. The second question that you might want to ask them is if they're going to send the email to their buyers list. So you need an yes from them, because you don't want only freebie seekers. You want them to send the emails to their solo sellers as well, as to their buyers as well. So ask them that question and check if they are really going to send it to their buyers as well. Now, the third question that you need to ask them is, how long is it going to take for the solo ad to be delivered? So if there is somebody who is going to tell you that it is going to take about 10 to 15 days time, it is of no use for you. But most solo sellers will deliver your clicks in about 24 to 48 hours. That is what you want to hear from them. So ask them how long will it take for them to go about delivering the clicks. The third question that you might want to ask them is for reviews and testimonials that they have, because you might want to read through these reviews and testimonials to know what is the average opt-in rate that people get from their list, and what is the number of sales that people have seen from that list, and the general feedback about those solo ad sellers. So these are the three questions that you might want to ask each of these solo sellers. Do your due diligence, investigate, analyze the statistics, read through the reviews, and then only buy solo ads from sellers. Else there is a possibility that you might get scammed. So if you're really looking for a service where you can rest assured that you're getting good quality clicks from good quality solo sellers, then I run a solo ad brokering service. You can find the details on my blog at DKSpeaks.com, and you can order your solo ads through me, and that will ensure that you're getting the amount of clicks that you are paying for, and also you're getting these clicks from good quality solo sellers, because I only buy from good quality solo sellers, and I have a list of them whom I prefer buying regularly with. So I can get your solo ads placed with them, and thereby you'll be able to build your list with good quality traffic driven to your squeeze pages. So go ahead. I would recommend that you set up your first funnel right away and test it with one simple solo ad for about 50 odd clicks. You might not have to pay more than a 20 odd bucks to get these 50 clicks. Run through the funnel, see how it goes, and I'm sure you will like your first solo ad buy, and I'm sure you'll be able to scale it up to get a lot of traffic to your offers, to your websites, and to your blogs, and even build a good email list using solo ads. If you have any questions, don't forget to write to me at DKSpeaks.com. You can visit DKSpeaks.com, add enter your questions, or comment at DKSpeaks.com and let me know your questions, your thoughts, your feedback, and your suggestions. And don't forget to rate us here. It helps in the rankings of this show here. And if you really enjoyed it, don't forget to share it using the share buttons below. So head over to DKSpeaks.com, where you will find the transcript and the show notes for this episode. And in the next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to discuss about how to make money selling solo ads and how to run solo selling as a full-time business. So until the next episode, this is DK signing off. You all have a good day ahead.